Hi, today I'm going to challenge you to create an animal using Weavesilk. So we've used it before just to explore the different types of symmetry, but today I want you to try to make something specific. So you can start off by thinking about an animal that has obvious bilateral symmetry, meaning if you fold it in half, both sides would match up exactly the same, such as a butterfly, or if you think about a bird flying with the wings open, those would be examples of things that would work, or even the face of an animal. So you need to have an idea to get started. And then it's going to take you a little bit of practice to get something that looks like what you are expecting. So I have learned that if you make smaller kind of strokes with your mouse, it's a little bit more predictable and easier to control. If I were to try to draw, here I'll switch colors. If I were to try to draw, this whole thing all at once, then the lines tend to spread out more and it can be just a little bit harder to control. So it will take some practice to get something that you are happy with. But remember, you can layer to make things brighter or more solid looking. Remember that you can mix colors by dragging the two circles together, and that will give you a new color. Another thing that I haven't shown you before is that you can turn off the mirror across center. So I'm just going to click here where it says on to switch it to off. Then if there was a detail I wanted to add, doesn't really make sense on this butterfly, but anyway, if there was, I can mark just on one side and it won't show up on the mirror on the opposite. So I'm going to hit new. Maybe I want to make a turtle or something. Whoops, I forgot to turn my mirror back on. So you have to think about like what view is going to work best for you. See, I'm doing small strokes. It's kind of filling that in. Maybe I want to do like a sea turtle. Have little flippers. Whoops, that head got a little bit too big, so I can hit the undo button. And you just keep adding. So maybe I want to layer in some other colors here or some more details. Maybe I would want to do blue around it so it's like it's swimming in the water. I don't know. You just have to experiment until you find something that you like. If you need some inspiration, do an image search for Weavesilk animals, and there are some really cool things. Like this kind of phoenixy bird is cool. They kept the mirror on for everything, it looks like, except the beak here. Or some of them, it looks like they had the mirror turned off altogether. But obviously, these artists had some practice. They didn't do this the first time. So you may not even get anything that you're happy with the first class period. You just have to kind of keep exploring until you do get something that you're happy with. Let's say that you get something good enough that you want to save it. If you click this little camera icon where it says Save Picture, it will tell you to right-click. Oops, that's what I did wrong. Right-click the thumbnail, so below, and then do Save Image As. And it should add that to your downloads folder unless you pick someplace else for it to go. Then you can come over and open the slides presentation and insert image, upload from computer. I'm going to go to the downloads and then I can add that. So a slides presentation would be a really good way to keep track of your progress and your experiments, because it's good to see that progress, to see how you got to the final product. So I would suggest that you add your images there. That's the easiest way to show me what you've been working on. If you have another idea other than a slides presentation, just check that with me. But I do need to see what you're working on. And I have one more thing I want to tell you. If you happen to be a fan of Harry Potter, if you keep your color on blue, you can make something that looks like a Patronus. So if you know what your Patronus would be, or if you just want to kind of pick an animal that represents you, you can do some cool things that'll kind of have that wispy style like we see in Harry Potter. So good luck making your animals. Remember to show me your experiments, building up your skills until you learn to control it to make something that you are happy with.